Hello, everyone. It's 6 p.m., June 1st, 2020. Time to call the Franklin City Council meeting to order. Ms. Rhodes, roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Austin?
Here.
Mr. Blankenship?
Here.
Mr. Buchan?
Here.
Ms. Jones?
Here.
Ms. McGinnis?
Here.
Mr. Reinerson?
Here.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Sir, you have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. Could we all stand for the pledge? And Mr. Brian Lee will say a prayer.
Father, we come to you tonight. We look out all around us and we see turmoil, and may we know that as we look around, there are people hurting, broken, and I pray that we would be difference makers. We would have an impact in our community for good. Be with the meeting tonight. Thank you for Jonathan Miller and the fire department, Chief Culp. I pray that you just bless him as he comes in to serve here in Franklin. Thank you for those who are on the front lines, our police department, our fire department, our emergency services. Thank you for those who are doing so much to serve and protect here in Franklin. We thank you that you have also given our citizens a voice here in meetings and then out in the public square. And I pray that we would be wise with our influence and freely exercise those rights. And I pray that you would bring into our city a unity of purpose as we unite together for the good of our city. And may this always be a wonderful place to live, work, and play for a lifetime. Thank you for tonight. Be with all the business that needs to take place. I pray that you give wisdom for the decisions. In your name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight, our first meeting back together, and several meetings by teleconference. Glad to have everybody back. Just so you know, we have masks. If anybody feels like they're uncomfortable, needs to wear a mask. There's hand sanitizer, and we will continue to do it this way as long as we can handle our social distancing. It looks like we're all good. I know we have a family here tonight that's going to celebrate Jonathan Miller being sworn in as a fire chief.
I
Forgot to tell him.
So anyway, I think we'll do that at this time.
So while you're coming down, Mayor, I appreciate it. Jonathan started April 13th. We normally try to do this publicly to celebrate for his family almost immediately, because everybody knows we've not had any public meetings, so I do appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be right up there for you.
So how you been? Ready to take that job, right? I'll hold the Bible. So raise your right hand. I, Jonathan Miller,
I, Jonathan Miller,
have been appointed to the position of firefighter
have been appointed to the position of firefighter
in the city of Franklin, Indiana,
in the city of Franklin, Indiana,
to the fire department.
to the fire department.
I swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
I swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the state of Indiana,
the Constitution of the state of Indiana,
and the rules and regulations of the Franklin Fire Department.
the rules and regulations of the Franklin Fire Department.
I swear that I will obey all lawful orders
I swear that I will obey all lawful orders
of my superior officers and faithfully discharge
of my superior officers and faithfully discharge
the duties of said position to the best of my ability.
the duties of said position to the best of my ability.
So congratulations. I usually shake hands, but good.
Yeah.
You guys need a picture with your family. You want to take a picture, anybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can step out. Oh, yeah. I've got that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. seen wives and husbands.
We're good, we'll get one, we'll get one without me.
This is the time now, if you want to leave, you're welcome to stay.
Thanks, Steve.
All right. Yeah, they keep getting under. All right, that moves us to, next on the agenda is the consent agenda.
Move to read consent agenda, or I take that back. Move to approve the consent agenda as written. Second.
We have a motion and a second by Mr. Taylor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Jane, there might be just a little bit of echo in here.
Also, Mayor, move to read old business by title only. Second.
Second by Mr. Taylor to read all old business by title only. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, we'll go to item number 1. Common Council Ordinance number 20-06, an ordinance amending fees for connection to the sewage works at the city of Franklin. This is for a public hearing. Before we go to the public hearing, is there any questions for Mr. Watson or Mr. Peters? They're both here in person tonight. They asked to call in. I said, no, you gotta be here. Sorry about that. So is there any questions from the council?
Mayor, I don't have any questions. I just want to thank Mr. Peters and Mr. Watson for your efforts. You know, it's been a long time since we looked at this, and I think that we're learning a little bit as we go, that some things need to be looked at over time. And I think this was appropriate. So I appreciate your efforts.
Okay, I will now open it up for public hearing. And also on the call, I think there's 3 people that's on the call. I don't really know the names. I was just told there's 3 people on the call. So this is also open up to public hearing for anybody that may have phoned in. So let's start in the room. Is there anybody want to ask a question? Please feel free. How about on the call? Hearing none, we will close the public hearing. So I think now we would need a motion to approve or not approve.
I move to approve as written. Second.
Second by Mr. Hukin. Is there any more discussion? Hearing none. I'm not going to do roll call unless somebody wants me to. So I know we've been doing that for the last several meetings, so I'm just going to say all those in favor.
Aye.
Is there any opposed? Hearing none. Passes unanimously. Thank you. Next item.
For the record, Mayor, we do not have to do a roll call vote when we are meeting in person. It is only through the telephone.
Okay.
Both of these.
Okay, thank you. Next item, Common Council Ordinance number 20-05, approving resolution 20-06, the City of Franklin Planning Commission rezoning certain property to IG Industrial General to be known as Laurel rezoning. Senior Planner Joanna Myers.
Good evening. The request before you this evening is to rezone 36 acres, roughly at the northeast corner of Graham Road and Earlywood Drive at 3113 North Graham Road, from industrial business development to industrial general. This has been reviewed and a favorable recommendation has been forwarded by the planning commission with 2 commitments being offered by the petitioner. The first one being that the following uses as defined by the Franklin City zoning ordinance shall be removed from the permitted uses in the above Franklin zoning, adult uses, and truck freight terminals. The second commitment was that access to the property from Earlywood Drive shall be limited to a single point at the southeast corner of the property consistent with the submitted site plan. The center line is approximately 410 feet west of the southeast corner. Greg Oko is here with Crossroad representing the petitioner, should you have any questions.
Joanna, would you share with the council why they needed to have rezoning in that current area?
The industrial business development has a restriction on the lot size of a maximum of 5 acres. Therefore, anything in that zoning district would have to be less than 5. The industrial general would allow lots to range from like 1 acre to however big they are. In this particular case, Mr. Loggle is wanting to do a development on the east side of the property that would be installing a detention pond and then also 2 separate buildings. And that acreage needed to do that would be over 5 acres. What we have found is the 5 acre limitation is good in some areas, but in particular in this area of the city, we do recommend that those lot sizes be a little bit bigger to allow larger uses, especially along the truck route.
And Joanna, just for the record, and I brought this up at the last meeting we had, also in the future, the long-term plan is to have a roundabout at that corner, and that's been allowed for in this, correct? In that plan.
Yes, actually, the primary plat has already been before the planning commission, and that primary plat was approved contingent upon the approval of the rezoning, and then also there is a commitment that the required dedication of right of way for that roundabout would be dedicated in the future.
Thank you.
That's why the planning commission limited the access to thinking. It's been discussed.
Okay. This is also for public hearing. So is there anyone in the public that want to ask a question? Whenever I say the public, I'm also talking to the folks that has voted in. Hearing none, I will close public hearing. Is there any other questions from the council?
Need a motion?
Any motion, sir?
I'll move for approval of common council ordinance number 20-05.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second by Ms. McGinnis. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, that gets us to new business.
Mayor, we move to read new business by title.
Second.
Second by Mr. Buchanan, to read new business by titles only. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, right on to item number 1. Common Council Budgetary Ordinance number 20-08, an additional appropriation for police and fire grants, local supplies at amount of $1,989.33. Police Chief Kirby Cochran has asked Clerk Treasurer Jane Rose to take this reading.
Yes, thank you very much, and I'll try. I'm sure Kirby would do a much better job, but this is, let me get my notes here. This is money that we get from drug-free Johnson County. For some reason this year, we only received half as much as we usually do, and which was right at $3,784. The items that they were wanting to buy is why we are transferring the 1989 and going to appropriate it. It will be for recording and streaming equipment, some new breathalyzers that new police officers do not have at this time, and a scale for the drug team. So a lot of the equipment will be used for drug type stuff through the drug. I'm sorry, but that's all I know. And tonight, this is just an introduction, so Kirby will probably be here next meeting and can go into a little more in depth.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, we'll go on to the next one, and this, the first part of this is a two-part resolution. I think the last time that we did one of these, I kind of confused everybody, so I'm just going to read it like it should be read this time, one at a time. Common Council Resolution number 20-09, a resolution setting forth final action in determining an economic evaluation area and confirming Resolution 20-06 of May 18th, 2020, and this will be a public hearing on this one.
Correct. Good evening. This is in regards to the Sunbeam development that is going to be located on the northwest corner of Jim Black Road and State Road 44, directly to the north of the first Sunbeam development that is now the home of Energizer. Sunbeam is proposing to build a 519,000 square foot spec building that will be located there, $17 million investment. So the first resolution that is before you tonight, 2020-09, get my number straight too, 2020-09 is the confirmatory resolution for the ERA that you voted for at your previous meeting that was approved. This is for the economic revitalization area. So this will confirm it, and we will also require a public hearing for this part. So we need to do this first before we can move to the second piece.
Right, so is there any questions from the council? And I will say that I think Mr. Mauser from Sunbeam, I think he's on the call.
But
So we do have someone from Sunbeam on the call, if there's any questions.
For new council members, you can only get tax abatements in ERA designated areas. And that's why you may get a request for a tax abatement that won't require a two-part meeting because there's already been a designated economic revitalization area. But in this particular case, there wasn't, so we had to do that first. And then you'll consider the tax abatement as your next resolution.
So is there any questions from the council? We can come back for a second round.
I have a question. Dana, and I know, I'm pretty sure I know what not sure whether this comes in the first resolution or the second resolution, but the economic development being 2%.
yes, that has been approved. They have agreed to that.
Okay.
And that will come as part of the tax abatement. So that'll come as part of the 2020-10 resolution.
Okay, what amount would that be?
It's 2% of whatever their total savings would be. So, I have to go through that to find that.
Well, ballpark.
Well, and sorry, but it changes, of course, you know, I know you realize that it changes every year.
Right, it's gonna be the 17 million, and here it is. Looks like they are going to have a total savings of a little over $2,775,000, so it would be 2% of that. And that is an estimate based on the current years.
Thank you.
Any other questions? So I will open it up for a public hearing. Anybody in the audience got a question or on the call? Hearing none, we'll close public hearing. So ready to vote? Need a motion?
I'll move for approval of Common Council Resolution 20-09.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Jones. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, go on to the next one. The next part of this one, the Common Council Resolution number 20-10, a resolution granting tax abatement for Sunbeam Development, Community Development Specialist, Dana Moss.
Yes, back on May the 12th, the Economic Development Commission met to hear this. They reviewed the case from Sunbeam. Mr. Kim Kern was on the call. It was a call at that time. He was on the call and explained their project and what they were looking for. They did recommend approval of a 10-year abatement for this project. And as Mr. Dugan has said, they did agree to a 2% economic development fee. If Mr. Mauser is on the line, it'd be great to have him, to hear from him. If he would like, and tell us a little bit more about his project.
Sure, thanks, Dana. I'd be happy to. As you heard a little bit on the first resolution, we've got approximately 38.084 acres at the northwest corner of State Road 44 for King Street and Jim Black Road. We're currently under construction with a 519,699 square foot warehouse building, approximately 449 car parking spaces, and 106 truck trailer parking spaces as well. The site will be serviced with public utilities. Give a little background on Sunbeam. Sunbeam Development's been doing development in Indiana since the late 60s, primarily developing mixed-use office, and commercial. That mixed use had some industrial buildings to it, not the same scale and size as what we're proposing down here. But over the years, they have invested in Hendricks County, approximately 750-ish acres, which has been expanded a little bit more by another 120 now. Have a third building under construction out there that they've done themselves as speculative. The first two are leased and the other one's halfway built, on its way to be leased as well. They're more of a long range property owner, so they don't look to usually flip these as other people do, get them leased and then spin them off. So Sunbeam developed their first building in the city of Franklin and is excited to be working with the city on this project. We developed in the Franklin Tech Park just to the south of this with a 933,000 square foot warehouse building that Dana had said earlier has been leased to Energizer and DHL and seems to be going extremely well, bringing new jobs to the city of Franklin, new employment opportunities for people in the region. Hoping that this goes as well as that building and hopefully have, before this building's finished by the end of the year, have a lease in place and the tenant moving in next year. With that, I'd be happy to expand any more on any questions you might have about the abatement that we're looking for.
Sir, this is Mayor Barnett. Can you talk any about your future plans just to the east of the current building that's being built?
Yes, sure. Sunbeam in the process of the first building that's being leased to the Energizer, and as that project was going and seemed to have a lot of good interest, had purchased the property that we're discussing tonight for abatement. And as that building started to take form, we started looking at the property to the east and put under contract, I think it's about 215 acres. It's the Trustler property, to purchase it, and got it under contract. And with that, we have now expanded that into another 214 acres to the east of that property and have it under contract, going through currently on all of that property. The first part, Tressler, through the annexation, and then the property further to the east GR2 land in Davis. We're taking it through annexation and rezone it to IL as well. And looking to put in somewhere between 8 to 10, probably large warehouse buildings, somewhere in the range between 500,000, probably up to 1.2 million square feet.
Okay, thank
We
you.
start planning on starting construction on around 1 million square feet next year from the Chesler or somewhere on that property. It hasn't been exactly determined yet.
Okay, thank you. Is there any questions from the council? Bob, you have a question?
No, this is, the resolution before us is, for that building, it looks like a good project for our city. And get, obviously, a quality job across the road.
Mayor, I'll just add that Krista did bring the numbers to show that with that property, if it just stayed as farmland for the next 20 years, the city would see about $90,000 worth of taxes. Even with this 10-year abatement, at the end of 20 years, we will see $6,319,000 in taxes based on that.
Tax abatements don't bother me because we don't give them the kitchen sink anyway. I mean, there's other incentives you can have, but this is one of them that we can do. And the 10 years will pass fairly quickly.
I hope not, but it will.
Unfortunately, it will.
Yeah, we need a public hearing on this?
Don't need to, but we usually do.
Okay.
It's not required. Right.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and call for public hearing. If anybody has any questions in the public. Anybody else on the phone? We'll close for,
Mayor Barnett?
yes, sir.
This is Ken Kerr. I just wanted to be sure that you knew that I was listening in and really do appreciate everything you guys are doing for us. And we continue to look forward to a lot of those happening in the future.
And thank you, Ken. And Mr. Dukin said it's been a pleasure working with your organization, so thank you. Any other questions from the public? I don't hear any, so I guess we'll close the public hearing. Council, if no more questions, I think we'll be ready for a motion.
Move to approve resolution 20-10.
Second.
Could you include in that the 2% economic development?
With the 2% economic development.
Second.
Okay, second by Mr. Taylor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any more discussion? Anybody opposed? Anybody opposed? Hearing none. Thank you, Sunbeam people. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Appreciate it.
Okay, if there isn't any other business, unless somebody has something they want to bring up, we can go into council member comments. Sean, we'll start down with the attorney.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Dan?
I have nothing to add.
You are the last party in the conference.
Yeah, Lisa.
Nothing, I'm glad to be here in person. I think it's a lot nicer to be able to see people's faces when you're talking about and discussing to know what everyone's thinking, so glad to be back.
See the poker faces, right? Bob?
I don't know that it's secret, but I want to give a shout out to our Franklin secret weapon, Rick Littleton. Look at him, go look up now. Helped me fix my phone again. He did it pretty quick. I struggle with this stuff, but it's good to have a go-to person on that. Thank you.
Mayor, I don't have anything currently. Mark, I do need to talk to you. Other than that, that's it.
Okay. Ms. McGinnis?
Just glad to be back, so thank you.
Mr. Ryers?
Yeah, second, good to be back and see everybody in person.
Now, just so you guys know, you're not the stepchild. You can sit anywhere you want when you come back. First come, first served.
Yeah.
Ms. Rhodes? Do you have anything?
Nothing tonight.
Sir, I would just, council, you may recall that early on, in the last few months, we passed a resolution to authorize us to do certain actions and have to ratify if necessary. Because of your willingness to be flexible when we do our meetings in conjunction with the governor's executive order, we didn't do anything that requires ratification, because we've been involved in our meetings even when they were remote. So I appreciate everybody's willingness to be a little flexible in the last few months as we just get doing what we need to get done.
I just asked a question because I was asked this from a counselor. When does the remote stop?
Well, I just happen to have that. Technically, the remote meeting capability ceases when the governor determines there is no longer an emergency. And that has not yet occurred. Initially, it was for 30 days, which was going to be the first part of June. That's why we started after this. But it was then extended by another executive order. The fact that we have the phone capability really is more a decision of, I think, this board and, or this council, the mayor, to just allow for our citizens to listen telephonically, because we do have those who may be compromised or concerned about their health. It offers them the ability to do that. There is no sunset on that provision. You can continue to do that however long you wish to. But if we do go back to remote meetings for whatever happens, then we have to go back to our other processes and roll call votes and those kind of things. So whenever the emergency ends, the remote, unless there's another executive order, and I think when I looked last, there have been 27, so stay tuned.
So just to clarify, if we stay on the pace we're on with the phases, I think that emergency order would be over July 5th.
And the language, actually, when I make it on my class, the language in our last order says for the duration of the public health emergency.
Okay.
So that's how long. But again, it's frequently to have the new executive orders come out. So stay tuned.
Thank you.
You can even give me a heads up on that one.
You handled it well.
Got lucky. All right.
So I think we're ready for a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second.
Second by Mr. Taylor, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?